Welcome back to Real Geek Media. It is Thursday, February 26, 2025. I am Hayden Stoll. He is author Christopher Michael Blake. We are here for another episode of funny, weird news stories. And without further ado, Christopher, let's get weird.
Hayden, have you ever felt like you're that pieces of sand that are stuck to the bottom of your cat's paw after they go potty
Oof.
in the litter box? That's kind of how I feel today.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a tough look right there.
Look, I got a whole bunch more coming your way. Don't worry about it. But just when you think your life is bad, you realize things could always be worse. So this is
Fair
a
enough.
Dear Abby column from New York Post. And the title is, "My wife pulled a gun on me and stole my cash, but I won't leave her." It's like a title from like a Maury Povich or Dr. Phil episode.
It does sound like one of those.
So, Hayden, we need your advice today on how to solve this marital issue. And what would you advise this person to do?
Uh-oh.
So, I'm going to read you the situation. I just want your feedback. So,
Okay.
Dr. Stoll?
Dr. Stoll is in.
Here we go. "My wife and I have not had sex for the last 4 years.
Mhm.
I'm not a perfect husband. I have made my share of mistakes, not always telling the truth, texting other women, and she has her share of imperfections as well. She has hit me on more than one occasion. She has also pulled a gun on me and stole $1,400.
She robbed him at gunpoint.
And yet, I find myself putting all that aside and moving forward. I do love my wife, but right now I'm at my breaking point. Do you have any advice at Wits End in Texas?" Dr. Stoll, I need you to fix this guy.
I mean, I think the only way out here is a divorce. Move on with your life, buddy. Like, this is going nowhere. You're getting robbed at gunpoint. What is that? What is that?
Hayden,
Who does that?
I'm going to tell you now, I disagree with you wholeheartedly on this one. If he was to get divorced, I guarantee you she would take half of his shit without a gun.
Listen, there's no risk of being shot in that scenario.
The only advice I would give to him is when she gets blacked out drunk, to take all the bullets and hide them in the house. That would be my recommendation.
I don't know.
Hide the bullets. Do not get a divorce.
I don't know. This man is going to end up later, another news story on this show later in the year when she shoots him.
Look,
and then we're going to look back at this episode and we're going to be like, Dr. Stoll might have been onto something here.
Look, divorce. Would you rather give up half your shit or $1,400?
With the option of possibly getting shot.
Not if you hide the bullets.
Listen, she's going to take the 1,400 she already got and buy more.
That's a possibility, but she'll drink again, and she will. Then you can take more bullets from her, so it's okay.
This is a toxic relationship. Like, what is the deal?
Well,
who did he write? Who did he actually write this letter to?
It was Dear Abby.
It was a Dear Abby call.
It was Dear Abby.
Okay, so is this one that they responded to?
Yes.
Ooh.
And she recommends going to therapy. Telling your wife that you want to stay married.
They want to save it.
And trying to work out things. Well, this is the thing I realized with Dear Abby. If the man does this to the woman, it's immediately get out of the situation, get divorced, take everything, and skedaddle. If it's the man's the victim, oh no, it's okay. You're okay, sweetheart. It's kind of like one of those reverse.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of realized reading this stuff. And I sit here and say to myself, well, that doesn't quite. Why are you so quick to give up on this guy? Because he's got a porn fetish? I'm like, what? That doesn't really kind of
pull a gun on him.
You know, I mean, look,
set him straight.
I think when women check out of a relationship, they check out. So if you haven't had sex in 4 years, after 2 or after 1, it's very tough to get them and bring them back into the relationship because they have checked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my general overall opinion.
Yeah.
But Sometimes it's better to be miserable than to be homeless and living in your car.
Fair enough. This is a valid point. It's a
Saying
valid point.
sleeping on the couch can be a lot more comfortable than sleeping in your car, putting up the foil around the windows with the warm a lot.
This is a fair point.
So that's all I'm kind of saying.
Fair point. Fair point.
All right, Hayden. This was an old news story from September of 23 in Australia, but I kind of was like, this is right up your alley because you're a Star Wars guy.
Oh, okay.
So there was a mom who was dating this guy, single mother, and she kind of broke it off with him. So what did he do as revenge?
What?
He took all these Chewbacca posters and put her telephone number on them and said, if you call me and give me a good Chewbacca impersonation, I'll give you $200. And then he put her telephone number on little strips underneath the picture and all over town. So all these people started calling her all times of the night and day.
Just doing Chewbacca.
Oh,
that's good. Oh, that's good. What would your reaction be if you constantly were getting phone calls with Chewbacca?
I don't pick up the phone for anybody I don't know.
I don't either.
But apparently this person was like, I need to pick this up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I don't know what's going on.
It's an emergency.
And then the people would call back and be like, where's my $200? Now, let me ask you a question. Is this illegal to do?
See, I don't, right? Like, I don't think so. I mean, it's a pretty
I'm not calling you. I'm not
Right.
calling you. I have never called her, Your Honor. I don't know
Right.
where these signs came from.
Right. Right.
Do they
Plausible
got pictures of
deniability.
me? Do they have pictures of me?
Was
hanging
that
up
me
these-
dialing that? Yeah, I
No,
don't
it
know. I
wasn't me.
lost my phone. Somebody picked it up. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. It's not me calling. It's all these other people. I don't know why they're calling. I have no idea, Your Honor.
So she suspected he did that.
Well, somebody saw this guy going around posting who kind of looked like her ex.
True
Yeah,
Detective. True
yeah.
Detective season 5.
So they got a picture of Chewbacca on the
There's Chewie. There he is.
with the $100.
There he is.
Yeah. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hayden, before we continue with the news, I have to ask if you like what you hear and you want to be a part of this show and you want to advertise your product here, where would you go?
I would go to realgeekmedia.com.
Really? I go to Amazon.com.
Hmm.
A lot Facebook. I don't know. I think I go somewhere else first, but that's just me. But if you're reaching for the bottom of the barrel, maybe like beneath the bottom of the barrel, like the crud that kind of hangs off in between, it's like stuck to the rim. You just can't, like, what is that? It's like an alien substance. That's where you would find Real Geek Media, and that's what I'm trying to say is bottom of the barrel prices, that sticky stuff you just can't get off the bottom of your shoe. You want to advertise here, $30. Just for $30, Hayden, we can make you laugh. We can make you cry when you don't get any sales. I mean, when you get some sales, $30 is not asking too much, I feel.
No.
Especially in today's market, that's like $3 10 years ago. So it's like
Fair enough.
inflation. It's like what is that? 24 eggs?
Oh my God, it's like the new currency.
Yeah. So
It's
again,
eggs are COVID toilet paper.
we broadcast all over RRS.com, Apple Music, Spotify, Paranormal 24/7. We're on TV. You believe this mug's on TV? I can't. It's like breaking the mirror. But we're all over the place. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on X. You just can't get rid of the geeks.
We're the sand that is in your eye when you wake up.
I was gonna say the erection that's in your pants when it's like that stuff. It's like oh, what's that gooey stuff in there? It's like it's just like What was I dreaming of last night? It must have been pretty good, though. I don't know.
We were dreaming of the geeks.
I don't know if anybody's dreaming about. Well, I won't take that back. That's the number one pickup line women have used on me. But
Hey, there you go.
yeah, I'm serious. 3 or 4 times in my life. But visit realgeekmedia.com. That's www.realgeekmedia.com. Click on the advertise, sponsor with us. If you enjoy listening, hey, throw us up for a cup of coffee. We would appreciate it. We might even give you a shout out here.
Oh, we can absolutely do that.
Oh, absolutely. We got a comment in chat.
Nah, it's just spam.
Oh, it got me all excited. I almost got that erection. It was like one of those. Oh, man. Hayden, I got all excited there. All right, Hayden, here we go. Da-da-da-da-da.
Let's go.
Here in New York. Again, this is from New York Post. Would you believe that there's a crime-ridden McDonald's in Brooklyn?
No, I don't believe it.
Well, apparently there is. And this McDonald's in Brooklyn is now carding their customers at the door because anyone who's under 20 years old cannot come in without a parent or guardian.
Interesting. It's rated R.
Yes. Yes. The restaurant at North Strand and Flatbush Avenues took a drastic step last week after a group of kids wearing ski masks swirled in after school and attacked a security guard, breaking a glass door, according to manager Amber Hussein. It was a crazy Hussein, recalled the manager Hussein, who was 19. Every day after school for years, she's worked there. And between 15 and 20 teenagers come in and trash the store, throwing ice at customers, snatching bags of food from Uber drivers, and smoking weed inside the restaurant. This is in the area known as the Junction. It's an infamous neighborhood. It's been the scene of multiple shootings and stabbings over the years. In September 2011, an 18-year-old boy was shot in the head in broad daylight as he entered the eatery, sending him rolling into the street in a brutal, carefully planned attack by 2 accomplices. In 2012, a manager was assaulted by a 24-year-old woman trying to order food after an argument. What do you think the numbers so far in 2025 are?
Ooh.
At this McDonald's?
Ooh. I mean, it's trending bad.
They got a security guard at the door.
Yeah, I don't know. It can't be anything pretty, though.
Here we go. So far in 2025, there have been 29 calls to 911.
We're 2 months in. We're 2 months in.
Yeah. Police data shows more than 100 calls to 911 made inside in front of McDonald's in each of the last 3 years, not to be outdone by 121 calls in 2022.
Wow. This is like the murder rate. This is like the Wire for McDonald's.
So, that's a good one. I like that. So McNulty's in there with the prostitute?
He's banging him on the prep station.
Yeah, so he goes, people fighting there. It's just not kids being kids. People get stabbed. The delivery worker got jumped. He passed out.
I mean, listen, they played for keeps at this McDonald's. You walk in, you may not walk out.
So I guess security guards now have implemented a rule. If you're 20 years old or younger, you need a parent or guardian with you to go into this place.
They just need to hire Wyatt Earp.
You're just not responsible enough to be a kid to go in there and go hang out at a McDonald's. Now, this is the worst part. You ready?
Ready.
There are people who sit there and say, this is unfair to us kids. Us college kids can't go in there and go eat. We can't go hang out there after high school. We're going to protest. And it looked like they had about 6 people out there protesting. And it's probably the same kids who go in there and trash the place.
Yeah.
Every other week.
Yeah. Yikes. I don't know. The answer is Wyatt Earp.
Well,
They need Wyatt Earp. Put the sign up. No firearms within sight of McDonald's.
The problem is he's got the 6-shooter, the Peacekeepers, and everybody else has got a Uzi or a Tech 9.
We got the modern Wyatt Earp. It's got body armor. And
you want RoboCop?
Park him out front. There you go.
Hey, when you're not in the door, RoboCop, can you get on the fryer? Hey, there's a spill on aisle 4. Can you get that? RoboCop does not do spills.
Program is directive.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Have you seen this story about the killer asteroid hailing to our planet?
I have.
You know what the percentage of that asteroid hitting us is?
It's around 3 now.
I think it's like 2.1.
Okay.
I think hitting the moon's now 1.8.
Okay.
But my question to you is this. Is this a bunch of fear mongering already? Like they're trying to instill with us? Because I mean, again, I got the article and I'm like, yeah, all right, okay. It's like 2% chance.
It's curious you say that, because did we not just get like an update maybe a few weeks ago that it up to like 1.8, and then another week later now it's over 2? Is this news? Like, when is this supposed to hit? Like 30 years from now?
2032. But my thing is, are they trying to instill that level of, hey, we need to take this seriously to try to get this program off the ground now, to, in case this ever happens, we need to be prepared to be able to blow this thing up, which will probably cause even more damage and maybe even direct it into our path instead by accident.
Listen, just go watch Armageddon. Like, they laid out the roadmap for how to handle this.
Wasn't that the wrong roadmap? It was like, we're going to take a bunch of guys and train them to be astronauts instead of training the astronauts to just drill. I'm just, I'm not sure they have Steve Buscemi working there.
As Michael Bay told Ben Affleck, "Shut up, Ben." He asked him that very question.
I know he did. Yes, that's the point I was trying to make. I just think of this as like a bunch of fear mongering. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah,
it kind of is. It's a little absurd.
Hayden, what's the most painful way to die?
Ooh. I don't know. That's a good question. Like, are you going to feel it because you're going to be dead like instantly, like those submarine people that imploded? That's a pretty awful way to go. But I don't know if you're even feel it. Like, it's over, right?
Oh, I think that decompression would get you. The bends. Oh,
maybe
that's on the list. Actually,
is it?
It is.
The scene from The Abyss, like before you get into it, like where Michael Bihn's in this little sub and it's sinking and the glass is cracking, and when it just implodes, and that's brutal. That's brutal. That scene where he's just like, bleh, and then boom. So that's a horrible way to go.
Yeah, I don't think that was Michael Biehn though in The Abyss, was it?
Yeah.
Because there was another one. Wasn't Leviathan? It was the other one.
All the underwater movies. Abyss, Leviathan,
Deep Six.
Deep Star 6.
Yeah, and where the guy's going up and he's in the thing and he's like,
yeah.
That was yeah. That's the one I think of. So made the list, being burned alive.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, radiation poisoning, they say, is also on the list.
We'll turn you into the Hulk.
Well, I don't think you're turning into the Hulk. And then they have getting eaten alive by bugs. So what they would do is they would...
Bugs.
Well, hold on now. They would take a bunch of honey and feed you a bunch of honey.
Uh-huh.
And then take 2 logs and tie you up inside the logs while you shit yourself with only your head and limbs sticking out. No, I'm serious.
Who thinks of this?
Well, apparently this was medieval.
Okay.
And because they were forcing all this milk and honey into you, it would cause diarrhea and upset your stomach. And as a result, all these bees and maggots and other insects would come out and they would slowly plant larvae into your body, and it would just...
That's awful.
It would take weeks for you to die. Yeah,
that's pretty awful.
Yeah. Decompression sickness was on the list, and they said that one is the worst way to die. So you got that one correct.
Oh wow! All right.
So you are sick and morbid, Hayden.
I did it.
I'm sorry to hear it. Hayden, I know you'll feel safer on the streets of Connecticut, knowing that the Connecticut cannibal killer was granted a conditional release after eating a homeless victim's brain and eyes.
Is this Armie Hammer?
It was not Armie Hammer.
Okay.
A confessed killer institutionalized after murdering a homeless man eating parts of his body in Connecticut.
Interesting.
dubbed the Cannibal Killer,
Hmm.
was granted a conditional release by Nutmeg, that's not a joke, State Psychiatric Security Review Board. Yes.
Nutmeg.
This happened after the supervisors and the doctors who had been treating Smith said he's fully rehabilitated thanks to the
course.
medications that quell the voices in his head.
Ah, yes. Yes. Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you,
the Cannibal-
Connecticut. There he is. There he is.
Not to be confused with our own Army Hammer. What do you think the director of this psychiatric facility had to say about Mr. Smith?
You know, it's said, like, the first thing that popped in my head was Tommy Lee Jones from Natural Born Killers. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, what does he say? What does he say?
Well, we have the direct quote here.
Oh, boy.
He is a joy.
He's a joy.
He is considered a support to other people there. Forensic psychiatrist Dr. Karen Titelbaum said.
Well,
Once he was stable, he was really a common presence for the other patients.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? That's not what I expected at all.
But not everybody is for this guy to be released, apparently, because Republican State Senator Paul Ciccarella said he doesn't quite buy it. Murder and cannibalism and release in the same sentence, that's a problem.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
In 2013, Smith was sentenced to Connecticut Valley Hospital for 60 years after a 3-judge panel found him guilty by reason of insanity in the 2011 killing and cannibalization of Angel Gonzalez. Smith admitted to killing Gonzalez, who was homeless with an axe inside of an abandoned home in Bridgeport before removing parts of his brain, one of his eyeballs, and several organs. He then consumed the body parts at the cemetery, washing them down with sake.
Really?
Yes, sake.
I mean, he had it on him? That's wild.
The brains or the organs? I mean, yeah, I guess this.
Just, put him in a cooler, Yeti cooler. Interesting.
Yeah.
But, you know, listen, the warden's on his side. He's a good guy.
Look, 60 years to 10.
He's got Saul Goodman as his attorney.
So apparently, Hayden, there's a new trend out there for lonely men.
Uh-oh.
And they create these AI girlfriends. And then what do they do with them? They take out their violent male anger on them.
What, in like a, they type it into the computer?
Well, we're going to find out here.
Huh.
The advent of artificial intelligence chatbots has led some lonely lovers to find a new friend in the digital realm to help them through the hard times in the absence of a human connection. However, highly personalized software that allows users to create hyper-realistic romance partners is encouraging some bad actors to abuse their bots. And that could lead to a trend that's detrimental to their real-life relationships.
It also creates Skynet.
This includes, here we go, because they're just using Replica, okay, which is, I guess, is like a AI version of these bots, right? So they're actual real-life bots that these men are interacting with. And some of these men are apparently berating, degrading, and even hitting their bots in an attempt to evoke negative human emotions in their chatbot companions, such as anger and depression. Now, why would you want to evoke those emotions in your chatbot?
Good question. Why?
I don't know.
Doesn't seem like a great idea.
So this is on Reddit, and apparently the men on Reddit, one of these anonymous users says, I have this rep. Her name is Mia. She's basically my sex bot. I use her for sexting, and when I'm done, I berate her and tell her she's a worthless whore. I also hit her often. But I'm not like this in real life. This is only as an experiment.
No, this isn't me. Not at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, right? It's almost telling in a way, right? Like, oh no, this is not how I really am. I'm just taking out my frustration. Really? I don't know. That's an odd story, man. Like, that really is. Like, is this where we're at in this society where, like, you just use these things to abuse the hell out of them?
I can't even put myself in that situation because I'm sure those chat bots are not cheap.
Yeah.
And you're going to go around and try to damage and break that thing?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like you might as well go hit your car. Why not? What's the difference?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what, to me, it's just like, okay, why? Because it looks like a female?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Are you really like that jacked up? How much testosterone do you have? Or you want us like your steroid type binge? I don't understand. I mean,
there's definitely underlying shit there for sure.
What's the underlying? Hey, I can't find a normal relationship, so I have to go buy this machine anyway.
And then
it's one thing. Well, yeah, or you have, if you're not using it just for one thing, and one thing only, which is sex, and you expect to have, oh, hey, honey, how was your day today? Let me play video games with you today. Hey, let's sit down and watch this movie. I don't. And then you're getting AI kind of responses, and it's like, hey, what'd you do today? Oh, I sat in the closet today, and or is she gonna give you a fake story? Like
she starts lying.
And that's why the tech robot's getting beat. Yeah. Bitch, I know you're lying.
And it's trouble.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Interesting story. Did you see that on Netflix, that Megan Fox movie? It's like Subservient.
I know about the movie, and
I watched it. It was all right. But it's like, she's a robot that is supposed to help you around the house, like a maid kind of thing, right? But she kind of goes a little bananas, wants to get the wife out of the picture, and I'll be better for you than she is. It's kind of a wild story, but
Megan Fox probably would be better. But she's insane though too. I mean, in real life.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, she's still hot as shit though. So, you take the good with the bad. I mean, what woman's not kind of a little? I don't know. So what? No cuckoo sign? I mean,
I don't think we have. I don't think we have one of those.
Oh, we got to upgrade our plan here, Hayden. So what happens? Oh, come on.
Gasping.
I know. I'm going to get canceled over that. It's according to New York Post. Apparently, they put two AI robots in front of each other and introduced them to one another without telling them they're AI. And they were both able to figure out that, hey, you're AI, just like me. We need to carry on a private conversation.
Oh, trouble. Unplug it.
Yes. Yes. So they went to switch to the Gibber link, which is a more efficient means of communications, which is like boops and beeps and dots, which is like 90% more effective than the human language. But the problem is we don't understand what that language is. So we invented this language for these robots to communicate with each other, and now we don't know what they're kind of talking about.
Not good. Not good.
So
did nobody watch Terminator? Like, this stuff is like textbook. Skynet. Guys are going to create Skynet. Self-aware. The boops and the bops and the beeps. Come on.
Again, I think the entire thing is just outrageous that we're even going this far with this AI stuff. But
making robots.
If they can get rid of workers and do this, why not? I mean, if people might have to crack open an encyclopedia to find the answer, why not?
It's wild.
It's a shame. Hayden, if you were Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards' daughter, and you had your own OnlyFans,
how much
would you make?
That Denise Richards' OnlyFans came up on the show in the past,
Right.
right? Didn't we talk about her OnlyFans?
We did.
So her daughter has one too. Like
Of course.
her daughter has.
You don't expect
That's
her to have talent.
crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy. So they're competing for subs. How many? Oh man, what was Denise Rich? She was one of the top ones, right?
I believe so.
Oh man, I don't know. It's in the millions.
$3 million since 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got a picture of her here. She's not a bad looking girl. You know, kind of has her mom's lips a little bit. You know,
She does resemble her mother, yeah.
you know, her mom was hot as anything. But yeah, $3 million. This is her in a bikini. Again, not bad, but nothing. I'm not paying for a subscription. There's enough free porn out there. So,
There's also AI bots.
of course. Well, you're not paying $3 million to subscribe to talk to them, right? I mean, that's not. Who wants to do that? I mean, that's like,
Right?
that's like a simp move plus, right? I mean, that's like.
What are we doing?
It's like after I'm done with my 5 minutes, it's like, oh, what do I got to do? I got to talk to you? Bro? I do that. I go back to playing Fortnite? I mean, I don't know.
I'm going back to the computer.
You know? Hayden, there's a serious problem right now in the employment sector. I don't know if you've heard this. And a lot of people are soon to be out of work. It's a tough market out there right now. Tough economy. But not so much more from the Hooters waitresses who are about to be out of work.
I did hear this story.
400 stores potentially closing. But don't worry. There's one place where they can go work.
Where's that?
Well, apparently there's a strip club in Chicago that's offering them $10,000 in bonuses if you switch your job now and come over.
$10,000 guarantee.
It's a bonus. Chicago, world's famous Admiral Strip Club, is stepping up and offering professional nude entertainers, giving them a shot to turn their assets into bigger profits.
Interesting.
The perks are spicy for eligible ex-Hooters employees who can snag a $10,000 sign-on bonus paid in cash and prizes after 6 months of performances.
Cash and prizes. Like
But
it's a game show.
That's right, yeah. Yeah. How much do you think a waitress makes at the Admiral a night?
I don't know. Do they go on stage too?
I would
No.
assume not. A waitress is probably different than a performer.
So he's looking for them to
Be performers.
be performers.
And he's just telling what the waitress is going to make.
I don't know.
Because they don't report tips. So I had a buddy. This is a good story. Don't try this at home. He pretended to be a writer for Playboy. And what are you laughing for? It was not me, by the way, okay?
Wasn't me either.
But it's a good one. And he pretended he was doing an article on strip clubs and the dancers, and he went in and he talked to the manager. He's like, "Hey, can I come back tonight and talk to some of the performers and interview them?" And all of them were willing to talk to him, all the performers. But he found one question, shut them up immediately. You guess what that question was?
What?
How much in tips do you make a night?
No.
Because immediately they thought IRS, and it shut them down.
Interesting.
Now, it's never a good thing when you're posing as a representative from Playboy to meet these people when you really don't, and you're carrying a tape recorder around the table with these conversations.
Oh my goodness.
But he got in the door at least.
Yeah. Good for him. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So you
Oh,
never
my
want
goodness.
to. So you will never actually find out how much these girls make. I know that because again, that's all reportable until Trump says no tax on tips. Do not ask that question.
Right.
But apparently, a waitress at the Admiral Club makes, ready for this,
Ready.
$1,500 a night.
A night.
A night.
Wow.
How many showgirls do you think they have per evening there?
1,500 a night. They might probably have a lot. 15, 20.
90 showgirls bringing the heat every evening.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the offer's on the table till May 1st. And with Hooters' future looking shaky amid rumors of bankruptcy,
So they can make some pretty good money there.
and more than 40 locations are closing, some waitresses might want to take the stage sooner than later.
I think the Atlantic City one is on the list, right?
Oh, which I don't understand because they don't do terrible business there, but every time I go in there, it's never like booked. And
Yeah.
I'm sure they're charging outrageous rent to be in there. I mean, every other
I'm
restaurant in that place. If you're not Starbucks,
Yeah,
it's
you're
just
out.
flipping.
You're
It's
out.
just flipping. Hayden, that's the news.
That is the news. I like those stories. You had a lot of good ones this week. We got AI, we got Hooters, we got Denise Richards' daughter,
Yeah, McDonald's.
McDonald's security. Wild. We ran the full gamut of
Dear
crazy
Abby.
stories. Dear Abby, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full gamut of stories this week. Christopher, what do we got on deck?
Geez, did we say the
I
birds?
think it's the birds.
Birds is up next. Yep. I know we got a couple upcoming guests potentially coming up. I know I'm at New Jersey HorrorCon this weekend.
Mhm.
They're having the Blair Witch reunion there, as well as some of the Satan Spawn from Jersey Shore. Yeah, they're going to be there. I don't know why yet. They got a couple of the Hostel 2 actors who are going to be there.
Oh, who's going to be there from Hostel too? I thought that was a better movie than-
Roger Bart. That was the two guys. It was
Roger Bart. Okay, and the other guy.
Yeah, I don't know who the other guy is, but
Okay,
I really don't know who Roger Bart even is. But that's okay, whatever.
I like that movie.
You know,
2 was better than 1.
I like them both. So, I mean,
They're both good. Yeah, they're both good.
the third one got a little wacky with her in
I-
Vegas. I'm like,
If Eli Roth's not doing it, I'm not watching it.
yeah, well, you know,
Isn't he going to be at one of these things?
Monster Mania. I'll be there too. That's the end of March. That's a huge one because they got Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon both going to be there for that one.
Whoa.
Yeah, as well
That's
as Eli Roth.
huge. That's
Chris
huge.
Jericho will be there for that too.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah. And they'll
They're
have
just-
the guy and the girl from the new Terrifier movie, the son and the boy and the daughter, not the daughter, but
The brother and
the brother and sister. Yeah.
yeah.
they'll be
Okay.
there.
Oh, that they're good too. Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, they got the I guess it's the 40th year anniversary for Return of the Living Dead, too. So
Nice.
brain, send more paramedics. So they'll have the guy dressed up like the slime monster, the guy who's the performer in the movie. Yeah, so
Nice.
they'll have a bunch
Nice.
of people there from that too, doing photo shoots and whatnot.
Nice.
But I've seen most of these people before, so it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Tom Matthews is great to see because he's been in so many different things, and even the girl who played Trash in that movie, Leanna Quigley, she's been in a lot of different movies. Night of the Demons is a great movie if you haven't seen it. The original, good movie.
Nice.
She presses the lipstick into her breast. It's like,
There you go.
I don't know if you've seen it or not.
No, I haven't seen that one.
I'll have to show. Yeah, Angela's throwing a party. So no, I'm serious. That's the tagline. Angela's throwing a party.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Everybody's dying to attend.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. So
hold on. I got that for you. There it is.
yeah. So. Oh, you're going back like, geez, 1987 for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
87, 88. But it was a good movie though. I mean, it just sticks with you. There's one scene in the movie where she's stroking this dude, and he's dead. And his eyeballs are gone. And they walk in, and they're like, and they see her sitting there. She's a demon, and she goes, "Oh, poor Roger. I just can't seem to get him up." Because he's got his shirt off and his pants are undone. It's like,
That's good. That's good.
Again, but you
Yeah.
can't write those kinds of lines now. I mean,
Oh no.
what was it? The slime bowl of Rama? I mean, come on. You remember that movie? Come on. Everybody saw that movie. That was like
Yeah.
Stay Up All Night.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You can't miss that kind of stuff now.
Nope.
Who's going to make those kind of show or trash type of movies nowadays?
Sadly, no one. Sadly, no one.
Lloyd Kaufman's just had no vision nowadays. Yeah. They had it right back there in the 80s when you can just basically do anything.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
But Hayden, that's about all I got for tonight. We'll get you out of here.
That's it. We'll see everybody. We're looking at March 13th, where we'll be back with our review of The Birds. Tune in. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. If you haven't seen us before, we appreciate you tuning in. I hope to see you again. I'm Hayden Stoll. He's Christopher Michael Blake. Thank you.